Test one. Okay. Test one, one, two, two. Okay, test. No, it's still coming in.
Hi. Okay. Hello. Hi, everybody. I'm just talking into the mic because I was told to. Do you still need me to talk? Are we good? Okay. I don't have to talk anymore.
Clearly. Okay. Okay, Jesse, we're gonna. What's that?
Okay.
Shabbat shalom. As you can see, we have a little bit of a audio technical issue that we're dealing with, but we will persevere, and we hope that everybody joining us via live stream can still hear, and that you can hear where you are. So we'll begin on page 2 as we welcome Shabbat with the lighting of our candles. Yeah, so you have to.
God came up in light, so holy. So may we, by our lives, give light to all who behold us, as their brightness reminds us of the generations of Israel. So may we day.
And Yeshua. We turn together to page 10 and join in Maya Fehayom, how beautiful, how wonderful this day is. We turn together to page 12 and join in Lefuna Ranana. Come, let us sing joyously to God, raise a shout for a rock and deliverer.
Maria, Maria, Scornice, the Kava Babetota. Maria, Maria, it's Scornice, peace be Rodairato. Lefunero, Lefunero, Lefunero,
We turn together to page 20 and join in Lafado Diaz. We, on this beautiful, beautiful spring evening, welcome our Shabbat bride. See, look, our Shabbat brides have just come in. We welcome them.
Lord, Adonai Echad, Shmon Echad, L'Shem Tiferet, Shabbat, Shabbat,
Please rise.
So, don't say goodbye.
Please be seated as we turn together to page 22 and join Mizmor Shir Leyom HaShabbat, a song for Shabbat.
March, but over the roots, die. Oh, the the sheep there the sheep March years and kill Shabbat. Over the roots, die. Somewhere the sheep the sheep oh. They had eaten to top of their vast love. They moved tell about all so of aching she really got a Shabbat. Don't lose your doors tonight. Like, she's on, she piled on something. She's on.
So we turn together to page 24 and join in our words of welcome. Shalom Aleichem, peace be on you, and Alechem Shalom on you. May there be peace.
Shalom Aleichem, Alechem Hasharet, Malachem Ina Doshma Malachem Shalom Shalom Dosh Waru Marafuni Shalom Mala Shalom Malafim Ila Dosh Waru Sipan Shalom Shalom Malafim
We rise together as we turn to page 26 for Chatzik Kaddish.
Yitkadav, Yitkadash Shmei Rabbah.
Amen.
Am Tibarachute, Am Lichmachute.
V'chayechol u'yomechon u'chayetecho Beit Yisrael. V'agadon v'agadon
Yisbarach Yishtabach, Yishbar Yitramam Yitnaseh,
Grateful.
מאמין כל ברכתה ושירתה.
And Baruch on the following page are call to worship.
Baruch
Baruch Adonai Hamorah, Yolam. Please be seated. We turn together to page 31, and let's join at the very top of the page. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Your wisdom sets the way on which time and season glide. Your breath guides the sail of the stars. Creator of the tide of time and light, you guide the current of day into night. As heaven spans to infinity, you set its course for eternity. Praise to you, Adonai our God, from whom the evening flows. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'ma'ariv Aravim. And on page 33, as you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Ahavat Beit Yisrael. Ta Torah to keep Ti Utam Ta Otanu Lima Beta Shafenu Kumeinu Nasiya Befukeha Then he's not biddy return who meets for Tefa Kim five Vero Regio Menu Megeo the line Megeo not the line Be'ahavata Tasir Bimei Ma'atir Maravata Wehepam Lofis.
We turn together to page 34 as we rise for Shema.
I am Adonai am I Israel Adonai am Shai Israel Adonai am Shem Kivod, Uto, Leolam Vaeset. Baruch Shem Kivod, Uto, Leolam Vaeset. Shema Yisrael, Shema Yisrael,
Please be seated as we continue page 36 with the Ahafta.
Ve'avtai Adonai Elohecha b'chol lebavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol mirtecha ve'hayu Hadorim ha'eleh asher asini nitzavecha hayom arvavecha V'shivtam lecha v'dibartam v'shivtamcha b'beitecha uv'chavdecha v'derech uv'shavtecha uv'kumecha uv'kshartam le'hot al yadecha v'hayu le'totafot b'einecha Uchtata, Namzuzot Beit Uvi Sharecha, Levantis Keruf, Basitem et Kol Mitzvotai, Item Giroshim Lelohecha, Lani Adonai Amen. Asher lo tzeiti achem, Eretz Mitzrayim, Lihiyot lachem, Lelohim, Ani Adonai Elohechem,
Adonai Elohim. We turn together to page 39. In a world torn by violence and pain, a world far from wholeness and peace, give us the courage to say, Adonai, there is one God in heaven and earth. The high heavens declare your glory. May earth reveal your justice and love. From bondage in Egypt, we were delivered. At Sinai, we bound ourselves to your way. Inspired by prophets and instructed by sages, time and again we overcame oppressive forces. Though our failings are many and our faults are great, it has been our glory to bear witness to our God, keeping alive in dark ages your vision of a world redeemed.
Let us work for the day. Nation will
We want in their peace.
Holly rejoices, Israel dead. Sing from the course of the sea.
We join in our song of freedom, Micha Mocha, page 40.
Nora tehilo dosefele, Nora tehilo dosefele.
Page 43. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will. Baruch atah Adonai, haporeh sukat shalom aleinu, kol amo Yisrael, ve'al Yerushalayim.
Mashkiveinu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'hamidenu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, Uframos aleinu sukat shlomo.
We are a people in whom the past endures, in whom the present is inconceivable without moments gone by. The Exodus lasted a moment enduring forever. What happened once upon a time happens all the time. And we join in thanking God for allowing us to celebrate Shabbat together with the Shamru, page 44.
Shamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat le'torotam b'ritoha. V'shamru b'nei Israel et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם בריתותם. ואם בין בני ישראל אותי לעוד. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לתורתם בריתותם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בריתותם. וביום השביעי שבת וינחש, שבת וינחש, שבת וינחש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בריתותם.
Pray as if everything depended on God. Act as if everything depended on you. Prayer invites God's presence to suffuse our spirits, God's will to prevail in our lives. Prayer may not bring water to parched fields, nor mend a broken bridge, nor rebuild a ruined city. But prayer can water an arid soul, mend a broken heart, rebuild a weakened will. We rise together for Amidah, page 46.
Adonai, sifatati tarafufi, tehilate. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Raphael, Leah. Hagidor v'hanor Gomel chasadim tovim v'koneh hakol v'zocher chasdei avot v'imahot u'mepig ula lifnei b'nei Adam leman shemo be'arata Tozer u'Moshiach u'Magid Baruch atah Adonai Magid v'Sram v'Srasar Atagibor le'olam Adonai Mechaye hakol atah Rav Hoshia Mori hatah מפקיר חיים לחסד, מחיים יעקב ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ברופא חולים, ומרתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו, וישנה אהבה. נלחמוך בקברות, מלך מימית ולחיי, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמנתה לחיות, רפתנה תונה, וחיים לרחם, אתה קדוש, שמך קדוש, קדושים בכל יום יעלוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, הקדוש.
Please be seated as we continue page 53. Days pass and the years vanish, and we walk sightless among miracles. God, fill our eyes with seeing and our minds with knowing. Let there be moments when your presence, like lightning, illumines the darkness in which we walk. Help us to see, wherever we gaze, that the bush burns unconsumed. And we, clay touched by God, will reach out for holiness and exclaim in wonder, how filled with awe is this place? We did not know it. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Let's join together at the top of page 55. May these hours of rest and renewal open our hearts to joy and our minds to truth. May all who struggle find rest on this day. May all who suffer find solace. May all who hurt find healing on this day. May all who despair find purpose. May all who hunger find fulfillment on this day. And may this day fulfill its promise. Baruch atah Adonai, Mekadesh HaShabbat. Page 57. Ratzei Adonai Eloheinu ba'amcha Yisrael. Ever-present one, may we, your people Israel, be worthy in our deeds and our prayer. Wherever we live, wherever we seek you, in this land, in Zion restored, in all lands, you are our God, whom alone we serve in reverence. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otcha levadcha b'yirah na'avod. Page 59. God of goodness, we give thanks for the gift of life, wonder beyond words, for the awareness of soul, our light within, for the world around us, so filled with beauty, for the richness of the earth, which day by day sustains us. For all these and more, we offer thanks. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha u'lecha na'eh lehodot. And together at the top of page 61, our prayer for peace. Grant us peace, your most precious gift, O eternal source of peace, and give us the will to proclaim its message to all the peoples of the earth. Bless our country as a safeguard of peace, its advocate among the nations. May contentment reign within our borders, health and happiness within our homes. Strengthen the bonds of friendship and fellowship among all the inhabitants of every land. Plant virtue in every soul, and may the love of your name hallow every home and every heart. Praised are you, Eternal One, who blesses our people with peace. Baruch atah Adonai, amevarech et amo Yisrael, v'shalom.
Shalom, Yisrael, Tassim, Ki ata hu melech Adon, L'chai Shalom, Mitov b'nei Levarech Yisrael, Mechot Mishamech Baruch Adonai, Oseh Shalom.
We take a few moments for those prayers in our own hearts and minds, some moments of silent prayer.
Imrefi, legion, lefanecha, Adonai tzuri, Adonai tzuri, legali, legali.
We turn together to page 253, and then we find our blessing for healing, our prayer for healing. And healing can come in many forms and for many reasons. Healing of body or mind or heart or spirit. And so we send our energies to all those who need healing in the world, all those afflicted by pain and illness, those whose lives have been turned upside down by conflict around the world. And in our congregation, we especially mention James Chavez, Etta Howell, Irv Willis, Ella Kobos, Carol Ford, Wendy Sherman, Diane Kaler, Isabella Bostwick, April Wortman, Michael Shervetsky, Rabbi Brad Bliefeld, Stephanie Willis, Carol Lou Eisenhart. If you are joining us via live stream and you would like to add a name, please add the name into our chat. If you're here in person as I look around, please add any name you wish. Hold that thought.
Francis Stephen Church. And
Adam Shepherd, Lydia Gonzalez.
We join together in our prayer for healing.
Otenu mekor Someone's before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishebeira Imotenu Mekor Abraham with those be with Shema, the renewal, the renewal spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Shabbat Shalom. This week we are at the very, very end of Vayikra, the book of Leviticus. We read the very, very final chapter. And tomorrow morning you get to do something we only get to do 5 times a year, which is at the end of tomorrow morning's Torah reading. We stand and say the words Chazak, Chazak, V'nitchazek. And we do that at the end of each of the books, so that we literally say, may Chazak, meaning strength, may strength lead to strength, and may we strengthen one another. And if we take a look at the opening of this week's portion, it begins, Im b'chukotai telechu, if you follow my laws, ve'et mitzvotai tishmeru, and if you observe my commandments, ve'asitem otam, and do all of them, then you get a bunch of rewards. You get rain in the proper time, you get abundant harvest, you get to live in this great land, you get to have all of these success stories. Right. What's the problem? What's the problem? Doesn't always quite work out that way, right? We know lots of people who follow all the rules and still don't reap the rewards. Right? So why then is the text giving us this paradigm, this system that says, if you listen, then you get? It seems troubling, right? Like most parts of Torah, the rabbis really interpret it and say, please don't read this literally. This is not a recipe book. This is all in metaphors. And so when we think about this quid pro quo sort of circumstance, it's really telling us that we have a role to play. We have a role to play in making Jewish decisions. And that making the choice to observe and follow and do, right? There are three different verbs that are used there, right? We have follow, telech, from the word holech, which is actually where we get the word halacha from, or Jewish law, the way we follow, right? That's one. Shamor, which means to guard or protect or observe, right? And then waseh, to do it. There are three different kinds of ways, but they all share one common theme, right? You have to take that action. You have to decide that this is what you're going to do. You have to decide that this is something that's worth doing, and that you have to actively make that choice. And in doing and making that choice, here are the benefits you get. Right? Not every time, not all the time, and certainly not each and every moment. It's not that. But what it is this idea that says, by making these active choices and participating in doing and thinking and following, that opens up a whole host of opportunities for us. Opportunities to live life in very different ways than we would if we weren't following around or following along a Jewish path. Yeah. Think about your celebrations over the year. Right? Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, Sukkot, Hanukkah. These are the ways our sort of calendar is marked, our time is marked. What happens if we don't do any of that? What happens if we don't take some moments on Yom Kippur to take stock of ourselves and where we are and what we'd like to do better next year? What happens if Hanukkah doesn't happen, and we don't think about the miracles and the things that we are thankful for. Or Passover, our celebration of freedom. So I think the text is really pushing us to think about how we act and what we can do, the way we can follow our traditions, we can observe them, we can do them. They're all active. They're all active. Judaism is not a spectator sport, right? It is action. It is active. And in it, we reap the rewards of living Jewishly. The Torah is filled with laws, right? Lots of laws, lots of rules. What are the punishments for most of the rules? They're not there, right? Why? Because the punishment is you don't get to observe Shabbat, or you don't get to observe this, or you don't get to do that. There isn't a Jewish police who are going to come around and say, okay, off to jail, you didn't observe Shabbat this week, right? It's not how we work. Because the reward is in the doing. And that's why we've got all of these guides and ideas. In fact, sometimes, we've talked as a movement about halakha, or Jewish law, and how that works for us as liberal Jews who base ourselves or pride ourselves on informed choices. And one of the conversations one of the ideas put forward was that these halachic rulings or laws are invitations to engage in sacred experiences. And so it's up to us to accept that invitation or not. And if we accept it, then we open ourselves out to all of these different possibilities of reward. So as we move into the next phase of our journey in the Torah, as we open up into Numbers, and the journey of our people through the desert continues, we close this book and this chapter with Chazak, Chazak, V'nit Chazek. May we all go from strength to strength and strengthen each other. We're going to turn together to page, to the Elenu on page 282. Please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach adon hakol, hatitila le'otzeh brishit. Shalom ha'tzanim goyei ha'ratzot ve'los k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, ve'goroninu kechol hamonam, v'anachnu korim ומשחרים ומודים לפני מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא שהוא נוטה שמיים ועושה הארץ ומושב יקרא שמיים ממעל ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים Hu Elohim and Malkinu Sunato to Beton the Adonai Beashikota Elevavecha He Adonai Elohim Hashem Imam Let's be potato. The Yeah.
Please be seated. In nature's ebb and flow, God's eternal law abides. When tears dim our vision or grief clouds our understanding, we often lose sight of God's eternal plan. Yet we know that growth and decay, life and death all reveal a divine purpose. God, who is our support in the struggles of life, is also our hope in death. We have set God before us and shall not despair. In God's hands are the souls of all the living and the spirits of all flesh. Under God's protection we abide, and by God's love we are comforted. Life of our life, soul of our soul, cause your light to shine into our hearts and fill our spirits with an abiding trust in you. We are in the period of Shloshim for Janet Crindle and Carol Zachs. And on this Shabbat, we observe Yartzeit for Rachel Gottlieb, Jerome Stone, Sidney Prager, Edith Schwartz, Isaac Strauss, Morris Strauss, Robert Halperin, Louis Radin, Joseph Silverstein, Jacob Singer, Morris Mazeroff, Abraham Salas, Sophie Samuel, Philip Baum, Max Wolf, Barbara Baker, Bernard Fox, Aaron Levy, Helen Sender, Egon Pesson, Saul Sender, Selma Lancet Easter, Ida Wexner Landberg, Fanny Stern Solomon. If anybody has a name they would like to add, if you're joining us via live stream, please add the name into our chat. If you are here in person, please add whatever name you wish. We rise together as we turn to the ancient words of Kaddish on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rava, v'alma divrach v'ritzeh v'yamlik malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon u'fayeh g'chol Beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv zimru amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach l'olam l'ameh almaya, Yitvarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dikudsha b'richu, le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushrakata v'nechamata, damiran v'yalma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mkomav, Hu Ya'aseh Shalom, Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael, v'imru. Amen. Please be seated. I'd like to welcome Rochelle Krowinski forward to share some announcements.
I have to make sure I'm speaking into the right microphone. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. It's so nice to see everyone here in person and live streaming. We have an exciting day tomorrow. We have the bat mitzvah of Mariah Maldet, and I hope that all of you can join us tomorrow to celebrate that wonderful occasion with Mariah and her family. Also, we have, as a result, we won't have a Shabbat morning service. The bat mitzvah will be our morning service. We have coming up on June 7th, a blood drive from 12 to 4. So please come and join us. This is one of the events that our Temple Hood group that came together this year and is continuing to look at events and opportunities to represent our congregation and the community is holding. So we really would love to have you come and join us and participate in the blood drive. There is a real demand for certain types of blood in our community. Also, the 150th anniversary is right around the corner. June 21st is our kickoff event here, and then an open house that Sunday on the 23rd. And then this entire year coming up, there are a number of events that are scheduled. So please join us on June 21st. If you have not made a reservation or let the office know that you're planning on coming, please do that so we have some idea of numbers. We have an open house, as I mentioned, that Sunday, June 23rd. RSVPs are recommended, not necessary, but it will be very helpful. And if you're interested in volunteering, we could use as many people as possible to help escort visitors around and introduce them to our beautiful synagogue. Our annual meeting is June 25th at 6:30. Please plan on coming. This is an important meeting. If you're able to attend, we would welcome you and really look forward to your participation, and there'll be great goodies afterwards. Check your emails for temple topics and other upcoming events. Corlin, when's our Templehood meeting? This coming Tuesday at 6. Here, Corlin and I are having our second meeting of the Templehood. If you're interested in coming to learn about it, have an interest in enjoying this, we'd love to have you come and just, meet the other folks who have stepped up and, have voiced an interest. We have a variety of activities that we're engaged in and looking at developing more. Yeah.
Friday, June 14th is our Shavuot dessert donate after services. It's going to talk about the word. Please bring a dessert to share. It's not. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and the greeting we can do? Yes.
Oh, about our commemorative book. Yes, there's a committee that's been formed and they're developing a beautiful commemorative book to celebrate the 150th. And it's been in our temple topics. If you would like to participate and enter a greeting, please call the office or you can go online and you can write your message. It's $18 as part of a donation to help defray some of the costs of the book. But it's a beautiful book that this group has put together. Anything else? If not, Shabbat Shalom. Thank you. And welcome back, Jesse.
We turn together to page 344 for our closing song, Shir Chadash, a new song for Shabbat.
Like Shir Chadash. Sing unto God on the earth a new song. I will sing unto God a new song. Sing unto God, we will sing along. All the earth song unto God. Shir Shiru Adonai Shir Adonai. Let's join together in Kiddush. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borech b'riah v'afel. Baruch Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shalom b'mitzvot tov v'nach saman you v'shahat v'shol v'ahava u'ratzon in kilanu zikaron le'maaseh gereshit ihu yom tehiru lo yikra kodesh zecher etzilat Yisrael. Viva You told John. They are beautiful on you. For rose to paradise. Big on the shore.
We join together in Motzi. Motzi rock.
God for bread. Our voices
Together, that is our joyful prayer is said. Oh, my tiger night, give you melatonin. Motzi laugh and in her hearts. Shabbat shalom. Please come take some challah before you go. Looking forward to seeing everybody soon.